Back in the 70s, board games and improv theater had a baby, and it was called the role-playing game. These games allowed a generation of kids to live out their dreams of slaying dragons and saving kingdoms, all while sitting in their bedrooms and basements. Today, gaming has moved into the cultural mainstream, and role-playing games are back with a vengeance. Join us now as 5 of these former kids come out of the basement and onto the internet to experience adventure, mystery, and obscure pop culture references. It's time for Roll for Combat!
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's show, the boys finally level up to level 7, and they gear up for what appears to be a suicide mission. Plus this week, we do not start the Paizo contest. That's right, it's not starting this week, it's going to start next week, and I'll get into why. And then finally, I have a quick GM PC tip, is should you give out spoilers to your PCs? So a few things about this week's episode. This week is one of those episodes where the boys level up, they buy some gear, they talk about the things they bought for their characters, they figure out what they're going to do, and they get some clues. So this is sort of the interlude between books 3 and 4, the interstitial, if you will. And there's a lot of information of them talking back and forth of what they're going to do, how they're going to level up their characters. I know you guys really enjoy this stuff, so I kept it in here. I cut out some of it because there's a lot of buying and selling, so I did kind of cut out a lot of that and just put in the core pieces. But I think you guys will like this episode. This is probably going to be the last time you have one of these episodes for a very, very long time, because that kind of leads into my GM PC tip, which I'll get into later, which is should you tell your PCs spoiler information? And I do that in this episode. Basically, what I said to them is that books 4, 5, and 6 are like one long, huge book, and they ain't coming back. And I'm going to go through whether or not that was smart to tell them that or not, and kind of why I did it. But I kind of alluded to them that they better get what they want now and get ready for a wild ride. Now, I personally really like the way the next 3 books are set, because they just sort of go one into another. A lot of these adventure paths you guys play, or Paizo makes, it's usually like book 1 and then book 2 and then book 3, and they have nothing to do with each other. There's usually very little connection between the books, and they've gotten better over the years. But this one, books 4, 5, and 6 might as well just be one adventure, and it gets nuts. So in real time, this actually could happen in just a couple of days, everything that happens. So I'm warning them now that they really have to prepare now, because this might be the last time they're near civilization, because it gets wonky. Oh yeah, and as for the Paizo contest, I was going to start it at the beginning of book 4, which I thought was this week, but after I listened to the episode, I realized this was an interlude episode, and I thought next week will be better. It's episode 70. It's right at the beginning of book 4. It's a good time for people to jump in, because not everyone likes to hear about the characters and the leveling up and sort of story background, all that information of them sort of kibitzing. So I figured next week's the better time to start it. So again, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You successfully hack Captain Vesha's secure data module, and you discover that it contains the data that was deleted from the data core of the Star Eater's spine. This data reveals that the Cult of the Devourer left the secret base, the asteroid base, to search for the Gate of the 12 Suns in a distant star system named Najor. Najor's coordinates are somewhere deep, deep in the vast. With that, Mr. Chessex quickly types in the coordinates and looks at you and says, "Oh, this ain't good. Najor, that is very far away, deep, deep within the vast. And it sounds like you have not one, but 2 groups that have a significant head start on you. It can take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month to get to that system. I have a feeling you might not be coming back. This might be a one-way trip where you either find and destroy the super weapon or we all die.
Dun, dun, dun.
Way to think positive.
Jason McDonald is playing the Isoki mechanic Tuttle Blacktail and his drone, Cheddar.
I don't believe in the no-win scenario.
Chris Beamer is playing the Lashunta operative Hiroji.
So this system is far away. It's going to take weeks to get there. You have two very determined groups that have big head starts on you. You probably want to get good gear, because this might be the last time in a while that you're, or ever, be able to get gear.
Does that mean the gateway is actually like a wormhole to the Delta Quadrant?
Could be.
Interesting.
Or could go to the Liquid Galaxy.
Yes.
Can we have some intel on Nigel, or is that something we can get from someone else? Or is that just Chiswick's?
John Statz is playing the Vesk soldier Mo Dupinsky.
Like, would he have any...
The information they have is absolutely, positively nothing. This is an unknown, uncharted system deep inside the vast.
Oh, well, that makes research easy then. Mo likes that.
Well, okay. Let me back that up then.
Bob Marquis is playing the human envoy Rusty Carter.
They must have some information just from telescopes. Is it a red star, a yellow star, bright, small? Could it possibly have planets around it, etc., etc.? Since we know that about stuff deep in space from Earth and our technology, I would like to think they have that.
Unless it's blocked by space dust.
Didn't you hear the Kepler Space Telescope just died?
I did hear that. It was very sad. Well, it ran out of fuel, right?
Yeah. But good news, my friend Gary Sanders, his 30-meter telescope just got approved by Hawaii, so they're going to be building that, so that's kind of cool.
All right.
I will give you a chance to see if they have any information on it. Do you know how many stars are in a galaxy, right?
Yes, hundreds of millions. But
At least 20 or 30?
yes, 20 or
Trillions.
30.
So the chance of them having information on every single one, especially ones that can be literally halfway across the galaxy, you would know your best bet to get information would not be through the society, but through the Church of Traun, because they offer secrets to the universe.
All right.
So who's going to go to the church and try to persuade them?
I could be charming.
Well, this sounds like an intimidation roll.
Okay, you're going to go intimidate the clergy?
I was going to go diplomatize them and be friendly, but okay.
Sure. Whatever you guys want.
Sure, I'll go. You may need someone who actually has skills.
My intimidates.
Oh, Dr. Tuttle, if we need skills, we're going to need you to be there.
What's your diplomacy? Because I have +7 for intimidate.
Oh, that's just adorable.
Well, I have to double check, but I seem to recall that Tuttle may actually very loosely believe in Traun. That may be his deity.
Oh.
Okay, that's good. And John, my intimidate is +16, plus D6, +1.
Oh. Okay.
It's just adorable. You think you're intimidating. It's really sweet.
Well, the thing is, though, if when I fail, and I probably will fail, I'm ready for battle.
That's true. And my diplomacy is +15. So
+6, plus rerolls, and all that.
+6, +1. Yes, I mean that's also correct. But yeah, I can only re-roll bluff, but I can add the D6 +1 to bluff diplomacy, and as of this level, intimidate.
If Tuttle's part of the clan, then maybe he should be. If he's part of the tribe, he ought to.
Tuttle, he only goes to church on holidays. He's a very loose. It's a very loose definition of religion for him. But yes, he is theoretically a Traun sort of guy because they're all about knowledge. So.
Oh.
So tell me what you guys end up doing.
I go to the Traun Temple with anyone who comes.
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Mo won't do the talking.
So with that, you go to the church. They come in to you and they're like, "Yes, Starfinders, welcome to the Church of Traun. How may we help you today?"
Namaste. We're hoping that you can help us with a crucial matter that honestly may save the lives of billions. If the lives of billions matter to you, please give us a moment of your time.
Oh, yes, of course, always. Especially if any of you are members of the church.
Oh, but of course, I should tell
Tuttle
you-
does this. Tuttle breaks out the secret handshake.
Yeah, Mo says, Salam alaikum, netjackers.
I should tell you that our dear Dr. Tuttle has also been teaching me of the ways of your belief, so that someday I may either know you better or perhaps become one of you.
Yeah.
37 bluff on that one.
You're trying to bluff a priest.
I said that I was interested in maybe converting. That's it.
You're going to hell.
Well, yeah, that of
He's
course.
going
is-
to knowledge hell.
It's going to knowledge hell. He's like, oh, we always accept those who wish to know more about the universe, especially the drift and the mysteries within. How may we help the Starfinders today?
Are you familiar with? Actually, I should back this up. We desperately hope that you have true information about a strange star system far from here called Nature.
Let me see what we can find in the databases. In the meantime, if you want to peruse any of the pamphlets, and do come by for the pancake breakfast tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We have special boysenberry.
AM?
Ooh,
It's always,
Yeah.
it's always 3 pancakes, though. Of course.
it's boysenberry season. Mo's on that.
No maple. Man.
Whoa, 99 on the D100. Okay, you guys are looking at the pamphlets. He's started typing into some systems, and he raises an eyebrow, Spock-like, one eyebrow raised. Looks back at you and says, Nature, you say? Fascinating. You know that system no longer exists. That is a gas giant. That is ancient. That was torn asunder. You realize that, correct?
Whoa. Is this true?
Yes. May I see the coordinates of where you're trying to go to?
I pat my, pockets. I had those on me a moment ago.
Wait a minute. Let's give him the coordinates.
No, I mean, I just don't have them.
Tuttle would probably
Tuttle?
have the coordinates. So Tuttle
Yes,
gives
Tuttle
him the
has.
coordinates.
He goes through and looks at the coordinates. He goes, ah, yes, this makes more sense. I understand. Yes, these are coordinates within the vast. So it seems like what you're going to be exploring or wish to find is the remnants of this star system. This happens quite a bit, as I'm sure you're aware, Mr. Tuttle, that systems, entire planetoids, or even entire star systems can be torn to pieces. I imagine that the planets or fragments of the planetoids are all that's left. This will be a unique experience for you if you've not done this before. But I'd imagine that the planetary system will be in multitude of pieces. Quite an expedition for you, I expect.
Well, you've been so very helpful to us, obviously, since we are friends of your church tremendously, and of course one of our members, is one of you. We'd love to share any information we learn with you if that'd be helpful to you.
But of course, there's many, many mysteries in the vast.
Triune is that god of technology, right? Something like that.
So we're going into the vast? We're going into the vast.
Well, you're going into the drift.
Because the drift engines allow you to go into the drift. I think vast just means space. Like that's like when they talked about the black in
A
Firefly.
region
That was,
No, I think it says vast as a
I put a
French region.
footnote on D20 Pro. Why don't you read that?
Yeah, it's a region of space where there are few drift beacons, and it's basically uncharted territory. It looks like.
Yes.
It's
Okay,
dark
that's where I got
territory.
confused. Right.
Yeah.
So the vast is basically very far away. It's completely uncharted, and there's just like things out there. The drift is what allows you to go in and out. And there's actually secret locations within the drift that only members of the church have access to. In fact, there's you know this, like there's secret temples, there's secret strongholds, like there's secret things within the drift, and only if you have a drift beacon can you get to them. And
Huh.
the members of the church, Triune is the god of the drift. So he knows where everything is. So he can get anyone, if you're like a member and you want to get to, say, a temple within the drift, Triune tells you how to get there. And there's no other way to get there. Like it's the perfect place to hide. And fun fact, that is where the corpse fleet is. Hence, when you were trying to find out where they are or try to get to them, you can't. Literally, they are completely hidden because they only exist within the drift.
It's like a pocket dimension. kind of
yeah.
thing.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a pocket dimension that there's. The thing is, the beacons allow you to navigate. So without the beacons, you can't get anywhere. And the weird thing about the Starstone is that anywhere within the drift, anywhere within the system, the further away you go, the longer it takes to get places. Like there actually is physical space to it. It's sort of like hyperspace in a way. But no matter where you are, it always takes 1 to 6 days to get back to Absalon Station. So even if you go 5 months in one direction, it only takes you, 1 to 6 days to get back, which is something unique to the Starstone and only the Starstone. Which is why there's so many people who come here, and there's so many people who hang out here because everyone can come here, and a lot of people find their way here even by accident.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying how many. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, it's great having, all of them.
Yes.
Build a wall. You want to build a wall? A space wall?
Well,
Yeah.
a wall
space
around
wall.
the Starstone.
Anyhow, there's the vast is like the area that's unexplored, that's way outside, and this is a system that was torn asunder. Parts of it exist within the drift, parts of it exist within the vast. There's not really that much information on it, and to get to it will obviously take weeks. He does tell you a little bit more that the system actually had a lot of gas giants in it. So if there was anything there, it probably was on some moons or something else that actually had a rocky surface. But that system has gone through great stress, and God knows what's going to be left when you go there.
Yeah. So Mo is thinking low gravity. Mo, I think we might experience some low gravity situations where we might want to propel ourselves through other means.
Well, sure. But actually, if I'm hearing it right, it's going to be like a variety of chaotic terrain. So it could be heavy gravity in one place, light in another. etc.
Right. That's true. But I'm just thinking like propulsion and like I have jump jets.
Oh.
Mo has
I have jump jet.
We all have jump
Oh.
jets.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I actually don't, but Cheddar does, and I
But
suppose
Cheddar does, yeah.
I can ride him. So
Oh, okay. So that sounds good. Do we have any? I'm just thinking of equipment. Mo's a practical guy, so
Yeah, so let's go back. So this is the plan, just so you know. From a meta point of view, the system's far away. You guys are level 7. You have a whole bunch of gear you could probably sell. You probably won't be coming back. so sounds like a one-way trip one way or the other.
What? I'm coming back. Definitely.
Well, you might be coming back, but probably not till this module's over. You might be coming back
Changed.
before that.
come
You
back.
mean module. You mean the next book?
No. That's
No,
in the
he
Adventure
means
Path.
Dead Sons.
Yes, as in the
Really?
yes. So books 4, 5, and 6. It's all one big finale. It's not a finale, but let's just say, just from a meta point of view, just so you guys plan, you guys are not going to be coming back until this is over.
Yeah, but
So,
it's hard to
wow.
plan though because I mean, if we're gonna, what level does this go to? What level do we go? Up to?
13.
Right. So
13.
we're halfway there level wise. Like we're gonna need to re-gear.
Well, we're gonna find some stuff too, though.
Keep in mind, you can build stuff. You can craft. You've never done it, but it can be done. You can craft on your ship. You can
But how does that work? I haven't looked at it.
basically, whatever it costs, you use UPBs, and then you just need people with good engineering skills and mysticism if you're trying to do so. You guys have the skills to pay the bills. I'm not too worried about it. Like, if you really need to build things, you can. And you could just make some weapons.
You can make armor.
Yeah, you can make stuff. You can make things.
Well, if we sell all our stuff, most 99% of this stuff, we probably won't have that much more. Maybe a few hundred credits more, right?
Depends what you're trying to sell. I mean, there's a fair amount in here. So, but yes, you guys will also probably find things. I mean, who knows what's on this world? Could have weird, strange alien technologies that you've never seen or used before.
I think I might upgrade my Constitution personal upgrade. I think I might do that.
So first of all, why don't you guys go through the list and see if there's anything you guys want to keep, and then I'll sell the rest. We'll go reverse.
I would say the only thing we keep are things like batteries and grenades.
Keep all the grenades. I'm going to hold on to the Thunderstrike Street Sweeper. Otherwise, I'm good.
Steve, you got my email about the Frostbite Zero rifle.
Yeah, you want to keep the Frostbite Zero rifle.
Basically, everything that's okay. We're keeping the haste circuit, the Mark I rings of resistance. You colored them to show that we have everything equipped. I agree that we should keep the. We have more than one Frostbite class Zero rifle. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Anything that's colored, we keep. I agree. Keep the batteries. Tuttle, do you see anything that you might need here?
Hold on a second. I was looking at.
I'm looking at the email right now. That's why I'm,
I was looking at the Corona laser pistol, but that's only 2d4 damage. It's not that much better than.
If you don't want that, I'm going to take it.
Steve, I'm going to
It's one of your 19 weapons.
I'm going to get rid of most of my other weapon.
Correction, I'm actually going to keep that long-arm sniper rifle instead of the Thunderstrike Street Sweeper, and I'll switch over the feet to the sniper one. But I'm going to buy a respec stone before we do 10.
The pneumatic resonator? I don't think you can you? When can you use it again?
Can I?
I think you have to be level 8 to use it again.
Well, I'm not going to use it until we are level 8.
Wow, that's smart.
So that's fine.
Well, I'll have to look it up. Give me a second. So
We're already level 7, so it's fine.
no, right, but I don't know what level you can. I'll look it up. So
Okay.
you're gonna.
Well, at any rate, but I like the sniper rifle. Thing is, actually, I'm looking it up. Sniper works well for Envi because I'm rarely ever going to be able to take full round attacks again, because I'm going to spend at least the move action to do the get 'em on anybody we're fighting, and actually around 7th and 8th level, I'll be doing it on entire groups that are surrounding us. So at that point, the fact that a sniper rifle has like the long reload of needing a whole move action is not a negative. So the extra damage actually works out.
So how many Mark I's rings of resistance do you guys need to keep?
4.
No,
Some of you had them
I have
already.
one already.
Now, I have a ring of sustenance. I don't know that I'm really going to carry 2 rings.
But you can now. You have 2
You
slots.
can have 2
You have
rings.
2 slots. So there's no
Oh, no,
reason
you can
not.
only have 2 magic items, actually.
Yes, that's correct. You can only have two
That's
of
what
it.
I'm thinking is that the magic item limit. Maybe I'll just keep that other slot open.
They're cheap though.
Well, I'm
Well,
taking one.
You can keep
Mo
one.
has
and-
one.
Yeah, so Mo
I
has
guess
one.
I guess I'll wear one for now, and I can always swap it out later.
Yeah.
Rusty probably wants one.
You already
I
have
guess he
one.
had one.
One what?
Ring.
Ring of Resistance I already have.
Rusty has a Mark II ring of resistance.
So
oh,
Corona
Actually,
laser pistol.
I only have a Mark 1, I think.
These are all
Oh,
Mark ones.
okay.
Does anyone want the Corona laser pistol?
I'm gonna take it unless Tuttle wants it. That's my backup. It's just better than the arc pistol. A little bit better, not much.
Advanced Sharonai rifle, which is only funny because you found like 20 of these things, and now you're finally taking one. So you keep
Well, I
that.
couldn't use it before now.
Right.
And it's a
So-
level 8 weapon, so there's another reason I'm taking it.
The electrostatic field Mark 1, that's a armor thing. I presume you guys will keep that. Haze circuit you're keeping. Frag grenades you're keeping all those. Frostbite class 0 rifle.
keep one, sell one.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no, there's three.
3 of them,
Yeah.
so keep one, sell
All right,
2.
I'll keep one. Yeah.
There's the vicious fusion seal. You guys keeping that or selling that?
Actually, was that?
I think it was crap. It was crap. We looked at it.
There's a bleeding fusion seal and a vicious fusion seal.
What does the
Okay.
vicious one do again? Let me look that up.
It does like extra damage or something. I forget. Like
But you take damage, right?
You're right. You take damage when you use it. It does damage, but
Well-
you take damage.
Oh, that's
a,
kind of cool.
Yeah, it's something that's
That's
used by
actually
the
good
Colt.
for you guys in the back. That's good for you guys in the back, in the rear. But it costs.
Over the girl.
And do you have a weapon that you really want to use it on? I mean,
I'm always thinking, John. I always got a plan. So
yeah, but it costs every time you use it on a weapon, though. Last time you couldn't.
Well, it only goes up to level 5 anyhow, so it will work on any weapon above level 5. So,
Yeah, let's sell it.
and the bleeding only goes to level 6.
if it mitigates that, then it might be totally worth it. But yeah, level 5's too low.
Like Mo has a level 2 weapon. Jeez, I can't even afford a freaking advanced pike. It's level 9.
All right, so altogether, when you sell all that stuff, it comes out to 4,662 credits, which gives you an extra 1,165. So altogether, I'll give you your totals. There's your totals. That does not include the serums that you wanted to buy yet, Mr. Mo. So there's your totals. Looks like Rusty's the big chicken dinner winner.
Well, yeah, that's been happening a lot, actually. I think
Well, he
actually
doesn't-
my gear loot total is higher than anyone else's.
You don't buy anything.
You'll be getting an email.
So can we deduct 250 from everyone for the healing serums?
Yes.
Okay. Is that okay, Tuttle?
Yeah, it's fine.
We kept the grenades and the batteries, right?
Yeah, I kept all the grenades. I kept all the batteries. So the Mark II mnemonic editor is level 10, which means you can't buy it yet. And it's 3,000 credits. So you cannot even get it.
Bob.
Sorry, say again?
Wop wop.
Bob,
Wait,
are you
what?
watching TV?
No, I
He's
actually
watching.
No,
did.
he's-
I
no,
actually
he's
did.
buying
Wait,
stuff.
what did- I was. I'm sorry. What did you say?
The mnemonic editor Mark II is level 10. It's 3,000 credits, but it's level 10.
Okay, well,
So
then
you
I'm
can't-
not going to respect till 10, obviously, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay.
Never
Well, you
mind.
can't buy it. Yeah.
Well, then I won't buy it. There it is. The sniper rifle, as I said, I was reading it. It's not bad for the class just because I'm not going to be a multiple attack per round person anyway. So the
Good.
disadvantage of the sniper, which is only one attack per round, is less of a problem for me.
Cool. Nice. I'll put all those healing serums on my character sheet, but they're mostly going to be on the... I'll carry around 20, but a bunch of them will be on the ship.
How much is that? 1,000 for 20?
Yep.
God damn you. Such a waste.
Mo was not fooled by those inflated prices of those Mark II healing serums. Not fooled by one bit. I can't imagine anybody's buying those.
I hate to break it to you, but I kind of did.
I think I did too. I'm looking at my character sheet right now. I think we each got a emergency. Oh, wait a minute. I guess I didn't.
Wow, spending money in this game is really fast. I spent all of the 11,000 in a minute or two.
Wait, your numbers are changing. Hold on.
Well, that will affect things.
Mo could lend you money. He's a
Really?
He's a 6 for 5er.
You mean you're willing to loan me 6,000 credits and I only pay you back 5?
Well,
Here, let me do a bluff check to see if I can explain how you make money.
Okay,
yeah.
there is your new totals. Sorry about that. It's only 500 more because I forgot to take out the remove disease on Hiroji money.
Oh yeah, gotta pay that.
Well, I'm exactly at my 11,000 that I just spent. What luck?
Unless you just want to take the money out of Hiroji's alone, that everyone gets an extra 250.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nope.
Rusty, do you need to borrow some credits?
No, I'm good, but thank you.
Okay. Mo is done. He's locked and loaded, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
Okay.
Didn't we have some kind of maladies that we needed to cure? I know
They were cured.
Hiroji was cured, but I thought we had some more than that.
You had one more, but it was cured too. You guys are all set. You guys are all happy, go lucky, spin jolly.
I'm ready to talk about my feet.
Well, I want to wait till everyone's ready.
I'm ready.
Everyone. Are you everyone, Bob?
In my mind, sure.
There's some nice sniper weapons in this new book.
I find myself wondering if we should buy a tier 3-ish computer to take with us if we're not coming back.
I don't like the doom and gloom of not coming back. I'm coming back. I don't know what the rest of you use, but I am
How
coming
much?
back.
How much does the tier 3 cost, Jason?
Tier 3 would be $12.50.
What do we have on our ship?
I don't think we're going to need that just because the nature... Oh, does that give pluses or does it unlock stuff? Because if it unlocks stuff, we probably
A little bit
won't
of both.
need it.
A little bit of both.
The unlocking I'm not so interested in because, like, I just can't imagine that it's going to be useful. How much are the bonuses? Are they like 1% of a bonus or are they like at least 5%?
Well, I forget exactly the way it works. I haven't looked at it. The computer section is actually quite large in the book. But
I think you buy a base computer, and then you also can buy like modules, and like one of the modules determines the plus.
Oh. What level do we have right now?
well, your data pads are level 1.
Yeah, I just don't know what we can do with computers. Like, what would we do with a computer?
It's
Wait, is it for this?
a little nebulous. It doesn't really let you do. I mean, in theory, if you were trying to hack into systems and you had like a level 5 computer trying to hack into like a level 3, it gives you bonuses, things like that. But Tuttle's computer ability is so high already that he doesn't really need it. Computer is more like a metagame, larger thing that's more for the NPCs and the monsters to use than the PCs.
Something like a life raft or something that's really useful if you need it, but 99% of the time you really don't need it.
I'm okay with that. I might still give the whole computer section another read between sessions and
Yeah.
and maybe make a, if it seems like there was some real value that we're missing, maybe make a change.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm okay with that.
and I have enough money
Spending.
right now. I have enough money. I could just buy it out of my own loot if I had to. I may also get it for just a sort of role playing thing. Tuttle would want. A good laptop.
Isn't there something you can do with cheddar with money?
I mean, I
cheddar
guess
seems to be super upgradable.
Yeah, but he just got weapon upgrades at level 6, so it's weird. Drones don't have as many upgrade options because they level up as kind of the same way characters do. So, I mean, you can they can buy them upgrade spots. Like you can have like the same way armor has upgrade slots, but beyond that, and you can upgrade the weapons because they just fit on weapon mounts. But that's the same. The same conundrum you have with player weapons. That if something drops that's better, then you just pick up the drop.
Yeah.
I'm still also vaguely kicking around the idea of going with the personal ability upgrade, bumping my intelligence up, make Tuttle even smarter.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
But that would represent like 80% of my money if I did that. So
That's what I spend my money on.
Well, I will tell you.
I don't need food. I got the Ring of Sustenance.
I will tell you from a role-playing perspective, Dr. Tuttle is the only member of the party that Rusty is actually kind of respects.
And Tuttle would actually kind of think it's cool to be even smarter than everyone else.
Well, and that's why.
Just as an ego thing, he probably would want to.
He's not much smarter than me.
I was
so
waiting
you know.
for that.
Just so you know. I mean,
Yeah, I keep hearing this, but I don't know.
I don't know. I keep editing
I'm
episodes
skeptical.
where you're rolling 3s, 4s, and 5s like constantly.
Yeah, he seems to be figuring out all these technical matters, and you just keep, I don't know, talking about how you can. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you're very bright. That's fine. I'm sure I don't know, the teachers gave you a good grade in, antenna school, wherever you went.
let's hope you don't need one of those skills in medicine, for example.
Why would I need that? I never get injured.
True.
Wow.
I mean, especially with a sniper rifle now.
Yeah, now I think about it, Rusty rarely gets hit.
Yeah. How about that?
Mo, on the other hand,
He's a pincushion.
actually, you see what happens is, let's see, Hiroji always is like doing all of his tricks, so he doesn't get hit. Tuttle usually gets pounded onto the brink of death. Sorry, Cheddar gets pounded onto the brink of death, and Tuttle usually gets a hit here or there. Mo usually gets pounded onto the brink of death. And then Rusty's just way in the back. He's so far in the back that they don't even know he's there.
The base distance of my sniper rifle is 70 feet. So even if I don't even try, I can stand in the back.
What is the base distance for your taunting, though?
Yeah, it has to be within a certain range for like the get-ems and things. That's a little concerning. Yeah. So I'm going to stand 59.5 feet from every monster for the rest of the time.
What you really need like a ability to let you run in, taunt, and then run back out.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous of that ability of Chris's. That he can.
So he needs a blink spell.
Right.
Yeah.
Steve, I sent you my revised character, including loot I bought.
Look at that. How efficient.
Well, I bought like 4 things.
Chris, talk to me. What are you looking at? What are you doing?
I'm doing math. I mean, I'm buying stuff. I thought you said no rush. Now you're rushing.
No, I was just curious. I'm not rushing you. I'm actually just curious.
Hurry up,
what you're
Chris.
looking at. You guys can take as much time.
No rush. Hurry up.
No rush. Hurry up. The whippings will continue until morale improves.
All right. How much money did I got?
You had
$56.99.
yes, 5699.95.
What was that weapon fusion your weapon has?
Oh, the blasty thingy?
Yeah,
Let
what
me
was
get the
that?
name. A bombarding fusion. It's page 62 of the armory.
What does that cost? I mean, are you using it anymore? Or is it,
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am using it.
I want what you have?
In fact, it's been moved to my new level 8 weapon. And it only costs 720.
Well, the cost of your weapon level.
Well,
Not
right.
the cost of the fusion.
Thank you, that's right. Oh, actually, I have to pay an upgrade cost.
That's correct.
That's right. So, yes, I want to borrow 1,200 credits from Mo.
1,200 credits. Let's see.
What's that going to cost you in return?
Hold on.
Yeah, it's a bit of a concern.
That'll get 1,500. 1,500 by the end
Yep, that
of
sounds
the
fair to
next
me.
adventure.
That sounds
next time-
reasonable.
Yeah, next
That's
time
fine.
we
I understand.
have a turn in.
Okay, Steve, I pay the upgrade cost for moving it from my level 6 to my level 8.
Okie dokie.
And now I owe 1,500. Could you keep track of that, please?
Yeah, and I've already forgotten about it.
Yeah, me too.
You said it's page 62 of which book?
The Armory.
New one.
Starfinder Armory, yeah.
I already made a note of it.
And thank you, Steve. I honestly had forgotten that. I always like to keep down to the credit of the actual correct
I'll
cost.
tell you why, because I literally just edited the episode where we did this, and it's all fresh in my head, and I know those rules really, really well now. So
Well, if you remember, I was the one who was being the stickler about that since
you were actually
So,
correct.
yeah,
That was the
yeah,
funniest
and
part. After all
that's
that,
why I'm annoyed.
you were right, and we were all wrong.
Well, I had been researching it, so it was fresh in my head at that time, which I completely forgot since then. Now that I have to upgrade it from 6 to 8.
I want that bombarding fusion.
Actually, I can tell you why you want it and why I also did it. But this is an OOC, since Rusty would not tell you this.
Oh, I know why I want it.
I slot one level 8 grenade into it, which is a 4d6 damaging grenade, and now once a day I can fire a virtual grenade that costs 2,300 for the low
Right.
cost of free.
And you don't lose it. You
Yeah,
don't lose the
exactly.
grenade.
So once a day, basically, I fire it 4 times, and I have saved 10,000 credits worth of equipment. And I do
Yep.
4-6. We have no area of effect, so it's
Yeah, that's awesome. I've got a good use for it too. All right, so how much does that cost?
What's the level of the weapon you're putting on it?
That is a good question. I think 7.
7 is 1,560. Then you have to buy a big ass grenade,
Oh, I bought a big ass grenade.
but not more than level 7.
Let me double check my weapon level.
Yeah, you can't put a level 8 grenade into the level 7 fusion. This is where I went through all this in the past. And that's actually why, by the way, the level 8 upgrade is huge. It goes from 2d6 for that grenade to 4d6. It doubles the damage of that area of
Yep.
effect per day. Actually, if you think of it in other terms, spellcasters, mystics, spells are a limited resource. You can do only a certain number per day. I bought a 4d6 AoE damage spell that I can cast
Yep.
once a day perpetually.
Really?
Yes.
It doesn't wear
What,
out?
No, not if I. Unless, okay, in an
It's attached to a
emergency,
gun.
if we're about to die, I'd actually have to fire the real grenade and use it up if I had to do it a second time, and then I'd never be able to do it again until I bought a new.
You actually can't fire the real grenade. You'd have to remove it from the thing and then throw it.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
You know what it's actually like? It's like a chicken laying an egg. Because that's it. Like every 24 hours,
There you go.
a chicken can lay a new egg.
Right.
Your gun can make a new grenade every 24 hours. It's actually 25 hours, but
And maybe in an emergency, you have to shoot the chicken.
that's correct. So from now on, I will be calling that your chicken gun, Mr. Rusty.
That's fair.
Chicken gun.
Chicken gun.
How much did you spend on your grenade?
2,350 for the level 8 Frag 3 grenade. Does 46 damage.
Which you can't use yet.
Yes, I can.
Oh, now you can.
Because that's why I wanted the sniper rifle that was level 8. I could upgrade everything. It wasn't just my own base damage, it was also the grenade damage.
You guys found some Frag 3 grenades. Rusty has one and Tuttle has one.
Oh, I didn't have to buy one?
No,
Oh, I
you
have another two. Okay, I am not borrowing that money from
Too late.
what's his
Too
face?
late.
Oh, but no, you
damn
pay
it.
him back. You pay him back the
Yeah,
50.
Yay! Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Cha-ching!
Pay back the big? Jesus. No, I slot in my frag grenade 3, and I don't pay for this one. And I'll keep that money.
The
Thanks.
money!
There's 2
The
frag
money,
grenade
give me the thing.
3s that you guys kept. There's a couple of frag grenade 2s. That's all on the sheet. I was
didn't
all
see it.
sent in
No,
an
I'm
email.
sure it's there. I just didn't see it.
What level's the frag grenade? 3?
Like 8 or something.
8, right?
Yeah, it's level 8.
Yeah, that's probably the best one you can get.
That's really
Free.
funny.
There's 2 of them, Chris, in your.
Oh, that's
So
perfect.
you can use.
Yeah, maybe I want one.
Well, I'm using one that I'm putting in there, and now I
Rusty
have a
has
lot
one,
more
and the
money.
other one, Tuttle has the other one. So talk to Tuttle.
That's all right. I don't need that right
You
now.
adjusted Moe's up to 1,500, correct?
Yeah.
No,
You're not gonna do. You're gonna die with all that
No.
money.
Without borrowing him from 1,200, I look to have about 1,300 credits left. So that's
When I get an
Yeah,
advanced
that's
hike, I just don't have enough money for the upgrade for my melee. Yeah, that's the problem with this build is that you can attack multiple times, which means you can't use any unwieldy weapons, which is basically 75% of the melee weapons.
Yeah. The really good ones are unwieldy because they do massive
Yeah.
amounts of damage.
And that's fine. I'm happy
Right.
with not.
yeah, and
I'd
the,
rather
the
do
decent
attack
ones
twice.
are not unwieldy. So like the really really powerful ones are unwieldy, and the decent ones are you can do full attacks with.
I just love that I'm using a level 2 weapon, though.
And the monsters do too.
Well, maybe I'll get lucky and one of them will have an advanced pike.
True. It actually is true. I mean, the monsters you're fighting, they do have good weapons and armor. I mean, you've been slowly using their equipment.
Yep. All my equipment, I want begged, borrowed, or stolen. Chris, what are you doing?
I thought we were not in a rush. There's nothing
not.
to do. Steve's not ready for us to continue
We're not in a
on.
rush. We're not in a rush. It's fine.
I want to talk about my feet.
Want to talk? Well, what about?
That's fine.
The one that's also working is Jason too, right?
Oh, okay.
Jason, are you there?
All right, I'm done. All right, so
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm just having a moral dilemma of whether to zero out everything and get the intelligence upgrade or
Do it.
how
I
about
have
this?
1,300 credits I could loan you.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we talk about what you guys leveled up, your new characters, any things you decided to buy, and then you guys can have a few more days to finalize your characters and everything you want to buy. And then the next time
I
we
bought
play,
everything.
we'll jump right into you guys going to Najor, and then that will be the beginning of the end. Okay, not really, but it is fascinating. Books 4, 5, and 6 are like they go fast. They're all connected, sort of like one big connection.
So one thing I'll tell you, right? I did get the bombarding fusion for my weapon, and I bought a level 2 holy hand grenade.
You bought
Nice.
the holy hand grenade, like the actual
Yes,
holy hand
the
grenade?
holy hand grenade of Antioch.
Wow.
not the grenade of wonder, which is also really funky.
Holy water grenade level 2. It is
What's
a
that
level
good for? I mean, the holy water is disgusting.
It does 46 damage to undead.
Well, that's part's good because undead are horrible, but we don't need holy water. Holy water, disgusting. Get it away from us.
I bought Holy Water Hand Grenade level 2, and I bought 5 level 1 Holy Water Hand Grenades. I bought 2 adamantium ammos, 2 more, I should say, 8 cold iron, 3 silver. I bought 8 regular ammo. I just bought a lot of ammo. And I bought 3 level 1 smoke grenades, and that is it.
Smoke grenades are very good.
That holy hand grenade. You'll never need that. You're only going up against the corpse fleet.
Exactly. And that's what I'm thinking. I put that one in the bombarding, and I can.
God, you know what? I'm wondering if I need to get a silver weapon or something.
Well,
I don't. We haven't run into it yet, but I just want to be prepared. It's not that much more money for ammo.
Well, it's not the silver weapon you want. There's the fusion holy, which is super cheap. I think it's like level 1 fusion or something.
That's a good point.
And that does
can
really good.
Can I get
damage.
more than 1 fusion on a weapon, though?
It depends on the level of your weapon.
Level 2!
And
No.
depends on the level of the fusions.
I think I have 2 level 1 fusions.
You can either put 2 level 1 fusions or 1 level 2 fusion on your weapon, so it's up to you. That's
What level's that bombarding one?
Level 5 base. The level of the weapon fusion is level 5.
Called is level 1, and is holy level 1? It is level 2.
Dun dun dun.
Huh. That's interesting.
Bypasses damage resistance versus good and ignores the energy resistance of evil dragons, evil outsiders, and evil undead. Whatever that means. I don't know how a weapon would ignore energy resist. Oh, energy resistance. Oh, well, I don't have an energy weapon, so that wouldn't matter. So,
You have me looking up holy weapon fusions now.
yeah, I don't know. It's good for, I guess. It's good for energy weapons, I think.
Yeah.
Not so good for melee.
No, it's
Well-
not that great.
If there's something that has damage resistance, good. Yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah, I'm good. The holy hand grenades, how much do those cost? For some reason, I'm not seeing those.
They're in the new book. The 375 for level 1 and 940 for level 2.
Bit much. I only have 1,300 left. I wouldn't want to take a loan out. That'd be awful.
I think a level 1 fusion on my level 2 weapon is 360 on page 192. And I think that's the only price I need to pay.
The price of the fusion is the level of your weapon.
Right.
The level of the fusion is the total number of fusions you're allowed to put on your weapon. So if you have a level 3 weapon, you can put on 3 level 1 fusions, or 1 level 3 fusion, or 1 level 2 fusion, and a level 1 fusion.
Okay.
That sort of limits. So the good thing about your pike is, oh yeah, it's really cool, except it's level 2, so at most you can do is have 2 level 1 fusions.
And I'm going to add another level 1 fusion, and it's a good one. It's called anchoring, right at the beginning. It's when I crit, the target is immobilized for 1 to 4 rounds. Cannot use any form of movement, including teleportation.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as long as you have room for it.
I was actually looking at that same fusion, so.
As long as you have room on it for your pike.
Yeah, I only have 1 fusion on it. It's called. I've got called,
okay. Yeah, if
and
you
I
have
was going
called,
to add
then,
anchoring.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the price. So the level 2 price is what it costs.
Yeah, level 2 is 360 credits.
Yeah, that's what
So
it costs,
if you delete that from Mo and install it, or
Well,
do
if
want
you
me to
guys
send
give me your
I'll send you
final
an email.
sheets and just tell me what you guys buy. Basically, just if you can outline what you buy, you can list it. You don't have to tell me because I'll put it in. I have another Hero Lab, and I just mirror yours.
Okay,
And,
I'll
that's
just
all
put
I
it in
do.
Hero Lab.
Yeah, I actually just your everything you buy and sell, I do in Excel. So that if you just tell me what you're buying, then I'll do that in Excel.
Yeah. For the Excel part, it's
Just write it
Okay.
out for me. Everyone's buying all their stuff. You got all your money. You know you're going to be going into the vast and the fringe of space where you will literally never ever be heard from ever again. You either
I
will
want to hear what Tuddles is, actually.
Yeah, you're either going out there and winning or you're coming back dead. So with that,
I'm planning on coming back and taking the Starstone Challenge to become a god. That's my plan.
that's good, except no one's been able to ever get near the Starstone. So
Well, that's part of the challenge. So
that is part of the challenge. Who wants to go first and tell me all about your
Me.
wonderful level 7 character?
Hiroji, level 7. Of course, the assorted skills are there.
Any new skills?
Not really. I mean, I have a little smattering of everything. I upped my physical science. I have my life science. I maxed out my mysticism.
Right.
Things like that. Engineering is high. Computers are high. It's all good. I have something called Quick Pigeon.
Quick Pigeon?
Quick Pigeon.
Pigeon, that's a good
Quick
name.
Pigeon.
That's
Yeah.
a really good name.
Yes. If I don't share a language with the creature I encounter, you and the creature can spend 10 minutes attempting to converse, if they're willing, and then attempt to check. And if I succeed, we form a pigeon language that allows basic communication.
Cool.
So that is an interesting thing, because I'm a Xeno seeker.
Oh, that's
So
Pigeon,
from that.
Pidgin.
Gin, correct.
Yeah.
Yes. I have something called Uncanny Agility now. So I'm
Ooh.
so agile and dexterous that I'm immune to the flat-footed condition. And my opponent doesn't gain any bonuses to attack rolls against you from flanking or attacking you when they're prone. So, and covering fire or harrying fire don't provide any advantage against me either. So that's nice.
So you are, in fact, a slippery son of a bitch.
Yes, that is a fact.
Wiley.
Okay, there's something else.
Can anyone who ever trusted Hiroji raise your hand? Well, no hands up? Nope, nobody?
All hands are
Huh.
in the air.
There's no hands up? I don't understand.
Most crossing his arms right now.
I mean, he does kind of shoot people who are unarmed sometimes.
Yeah. From time to time.
Often right after we say don't shoot them.
From time to time, it
yeah.
happens.
The only reason they were unarmed is because they ran out of ammo from shooting me 100 times. That's how
This
I
is
look
true.
at it.
This
So,
is true.
don't you have something that allows you to finally almost never fail your trick attacks?
Yes. Yes. But it is not. It does not appear in Hero Lab for some reason. But so I'm looking it up on the thing. It's called Specialization Skill Mastery, where you become so confident in certain skills that you can use them reliably, even under adverse conditions. When attempting a skill check with a skill in which you have a skill focus feat, which for me is stealth and acrobatics. You can take 10 even if stress or distractions would normally prevent you from doing so. So I can take a 10 on stealth and acrobatics, which is good for trick attack because that'll make it a 28.
But for nostalgia, once every 5 or 10 attacks, I want you to complain for about 5 minutes about how you're never able to actually make your trick attack.
Well,
Well-
he's going to be rolling those 1s and 2s for his attack, you realize.
Right.
Well, that'll be more than once every 5 or 10. That's a good point. Yeah.
And if it's a CR, 8 or 9 rather or higher, then I have to make a roll.
Well, what are the odds
Or I'll
of
just fail.
CR 8 or 9 now that we're 7th level? That'll
Right.
never happen.
So that's a thing. Lastly, I took a feat. This feat is called Enhanced Resistance Kinetic, which basically gives me a DR5 kinetic.
Well. That's an amazing feat. It's like no one else I know is going to take that feat.
That is so good. That is so good.
I think Mo should take that feat, especially he's always up
Wow.
in people's business with kinetic energy.
Yeah, DR5, not bad. Not bad. You should feel good about
it scales. It scales because it goes up by your base attack. So whatever your base attack bonus is for you, it would be 7.
that. Oh.
And you can take it multiple times and take it for like acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic. I took kinetic because
Boom.
kinetic seems like
Yeah, definitely.
more general in a way.
All right.
So that's it.
So you did you buy anything special?
I did buy some stuff. It's still a little work in progress, but I did get. I'm planning on getting the bombarding weapon fusion so I can use my level 2 holy water grenade, which should
Oh.
be good damage against undead. It's 4d6 area of effect. I also bought a bunch of ammo of more adamantine, cold iron, and silver ammo.
So
that's
that's a
about
good idea. Really good idea.
Yes, thank you.
I wonder if anybody will copy off of you.
I might need to do that.
Yeah, people,
Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
I think holy water is going to be a good thing to have. That's all I know.
Against the corpse core.
Yes, corpse.
Corpse Fleet. You guys never call it the right. I don't really care.
Well,
'Cause it's
because
good.
we like Corpse Core better. It's more fun to say.
It's
It
way
actually
more
is
fun. I know.
to say.
No, I know it's corpse fleet, but it's the corpse core.
Corpse go.
I wonder if the Corpse Corps, if they get in trouble, they have to go up for a Corpse Corps court-martial.
Yeah.
With that, then I'm making Rusty go next because you got punished. You get punished.
Okay, let's see. Do I give the what did I level up as, or do I give the what am I willing to tell all of you that I leveled up as? All right, so, well, you know what? I actually took a level in Badass this time. So I just want you all to know that when you're talking to me, if I feel that I need to actually really like sort of put you down and put you in your place, I'm going to be significantly more effective at that than I've ever been before. The more realistic version of that is I get the skill expertise in Intimidate, so I can start adding all my bonuses to that. In 2 levels, when I get my next Envoy special ability, it means I will be able to start giving creatures the shaken condition for multiple rounds with 1 action.
Wow.
And when I say other creatures, I mean all the creatures within 60 feet of us.
Like, whoa, wait a minute. What about, there's got to be a level limitation, right?
Yeah, there's a roll, but I'll
I'll
make that roll, so that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, so basically it's as far as buffing and debuffing, within 2 levels I should be able to set them to be shaken for several turns, then do the get 'em, then make them flat-footed to everybody.
Cool.
All right. So, and also, if you mess with me, I'm going to intimidate the living daylights out of you. This will actually affect our starship combat, by the way. Intimidate is a way to really get your asses to work.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way.
I decided that, I've been told by all of you that I really should be at the front lines of every fight, and I've been thinking about it, and that's just not what a leader does. Look, I'd love to be up there with the rest of you guys on the front line. It's what I want, but actually I'm sacrificing by standing in the rear. Damn, I wish I could be on the front line with the boys, but I'm sorry, leadership has to be back here, exactly 60 feet away, precisely, with my new weapon that shoots much longer than the last one that I had.
Ooh. Bluff check.
Yep. If you want, I'll make it right now. I want to see your sense motive. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's no point. You make
No, give your sense motive. Go ahead. Here, I'm going to re-roll that one. Okay, 32. And your sense motive is a 14.
It's my sense motive is +0.
So okay, so you both have sense motives of 14,
I rolled
and I have
14.
a bluff of 32. Actually, when I rolled the 3 and got the bluff of 20, I didn't need to bother re-rolling that. All right. So at any rate, that was my decision. It was honestly for the good of the party. That's why I'm going to be standing farther away from here on in, so that I can really also do much more damage, and also try to hurt the creatures a little more than I ever have. And those are the major advantages. I've been studying a little bit of engineering, so I should be able to help you guys out with that in addition to your computers. I know Dr. Tubble's really, been impressed with all of my very, very insightful, insights into how those computer things work. That's why I've been helping him with it all along.
Sure, yes. I'm very impressed.
Remember that time I told you to press the button, and you did? Hey, that helped.
He's got a point.
Any grenade upgrades?
My grenades are it's the ones we found last time, and I actually should be able to do basically a grenade a day to keep the monsters away. Also, I picked up a new special envoy ability that now gives me dark vision. It's actually probably, if you're familiar with the Envoy class, you know that at 7th level we actually get full dark vision ability. It's also why my eyes now look like sort of a strange yellowy shade with a red glow to it.
Wow. I thought you were just possessed.
That's a bluff of 36. Okay. So that's why my eyes have now changed and look like upgraded vampire eyes. It's because I am an envoy, and I have the ability to see in the dark now.
Oh, very good. That's cool. Hooray for envoy upgrades.
Yep. Also, as an envoy, I now get the ability. That's very good. Hey, that was a good roll. 19 cents motive is not bad.
It's laughable, but it's not bad.
Also, I'm getting very stealthy. So now, as part of my envoy abilities, if I am not in direct sunlight, I can.
He rolls. Oh, Chris. Virgil rolls a 20.
28, except that my bluff is a 35. So I also
rolled
still
a
cleared it by 5. But a
20.
natural 20. That is good.
I'm very suspicious of that one. Being that I'm a master of stealth, I'm the most stealthy person in the galaxy is me.
I'm not so
I'm a
sure
little
about that one
suspicious of
either.
that.
But I actually did, of course, max out, sleight of hand and stealth. But I'm not as much of a skill monkey as you are, but I actually still have like a lot of skill points, like 10 or 11 per level. So. No, so that's the new Rusty.
So the thing is, Bob is so good in real world bluffing. As I listen to him describe his character, and I actually have the sheet in front of me, I don't even know what's real and what's not real. I don't even know what he's making up or is part of the character or is augments. I don't know. So good job.
Excellent.
For all I know, Bob can tell me that his character can now walk on walls and fly, and I would say okay, because it's just so much going on with this character.
I do have jump jets.
Those are envoy class skills, from what I understand.
That is correct.
Yes, they are.
So who wants to go next? How about Tuttle?
I guess I'm next since John wanted to be a big finale today. Though it's kind of a boring level there's one big development, and then the rest is kind of boring. So the big update is that Cheddar can now move fully independently, not fully independently, but he has the expert AI that he gets at level 7 means he can pretty much take a full independent turn now. So no more of the dance of silliness of like 1.5 moves.
That's a pretty big upgrade.
Yeah. Well, the only other upgrade left to get is level 20. There's like perfect AI, which is like I don't even have to be conscious. He can actually act as like his own entity.
Wow.
But now he has like a full turn and can do the same things I can do. So at least if I'm reading the rules correctly.
Do you have to give him orders? Like, do you have to like issue orders every turn?
I believe I still would have to give him orders. He can't do complex tasks, but it doesn't seem to take an action anymore. I can just go ahead and tell him what I want him to do, and it happens, type thing.
For tactical combat, like
Yeah.
you can like withdraw or like switch different weapons or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's cool.
So that's going to
Wow.
be much more useful. On the like feats and skills type side, or the kind of user chosen side, it's not nearly as exciting. Cheddar gets enhanced senses, so he now has dark vision. But that is not an envoy class feature in his case. That's just an upgrade.
Nice.
On Tuttle's side, I went with kind of the sort of min-maxer choice of extra resolve points. So I figure since I do a lot of healing of the robot,
Oh
figured
yeah,
having
I
two
saw
extra-
that one.
I figured having 2 extra resolve points to work with might be useful.
What's that ability called? I
think it's just
almost
called
took that.
Hold on a second.
There were 3 feats that I was going to take, and that was one of them that really...
Well, it's just called extra resolve.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah.
extra resolve. Well, people might want to know. That's kind of a good thing. And how much extra does it give you?
I believe it's 2 extra resolve points.
Oh,
No,
So
actually,
not
that's
not an earth-shattering amount.
yeah.
But,
Oh, I thought it was a lot more than that. Oh,
Nah,
It's still very valuable.
yeah.
in certain
yeah.
circumstances, it might be, especially since, like I said, I also have to use them to heal him sometimes.
Well, you went from having 1.5 characters to having 2 characters, so that's pretty good.
I know. I suppose I did kind of undersell the whole thing, but I guess the thing is, it's a little underwhelming in the sense that there weren't a lot of like optional features this time around. I got a pretty good mandatory
Yeah.
feature, but I didn't have a lot of choice type stuff to do this
Yeah.
particular level. So, and as far as equipment, I'm still finalizing. I'm probably going to get the anchoring seal, the one that immobilizes enemies on a crit for my weapon. So I'm leaning towards that, and then I'm just trying to decide if I want to spend pretty much all my remaining money on the the +4 personal upgrade and give Tuttle full godlike intelligence. So just my hesitation is that it literally would pretty much be all my money. So, but on the other hand, if you're going to spend it on something, spending it on intelligence might be the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Mo also, if you know Mo, he still has a level 2 pike, and he has added a second fusion. He went with exactly what you went with, the immobilizing.
The anchoring, I believe, is the official.
Yeah, anchoring. Yeah, anchoring on a crit. It immobilizes an opponent. That's especially good for Mo because he's got that big old pike that has reach. In fact, that was one of the feats I was going to look at. I wanted to get lunge, and lunge actually extends your reach by 5 feet. I was almost going to get that, but I decided not to. The big upgrade is I got exactly what Hirochi took. I took a damage resistance. It's so good. To physical damage, I have 7 DR. So
wow, 7 DR physical.
Everyone's copying me.
Everyone's copying Hirochi, and got something kind of interesting. My charge attack got a little bit stronger. Okay, I haven't been using charge. I don't now at level 7. I can basically charge with no penalties for charging and attack twice, and that's the big upgrade with level 7. So that is basically my haste rune. Just I get that always.
Nice.
If I have, but now obviously I have to meet a lot of conditions that charge requires, that it's a straight line. There's no impeded. I can't move through things. But if I can't, then I just activate that wonderful, wonderful haste seal for my that haste upgrade for my armor. So yeah, those were the 2 big ones for Mo, and he picked up a little computer knowledge, which is kind of nice. So so you
can assist me.
He is a +1 to computer checks, which basically means he can assist. That's good. Like every level. Oh my gosh, I forgot. He's also got 1 point in life science as well. So
all right,
he will
excellent.
be able to. He's clawing his way up the evolutionary ladder.
Mo is the complete Renaissance man.
Yeah, he's in his arc of character. He's going to be eventually enlightened around 18th or 19th level. So
I want to know what 1 point means. Does it mean like in your first semester of college you took biology 101 and computers 101, or are you still at a high school level? I mean GED level of you can turn the computer on and you've heard of biology.
The 2 are one and the same in that he crammed the night before the test and learned everything, and 3 weeks after taking the course he forgot everything. He doesn't know how photosynthesis works. He forgets how a bull becomes a law. He forgets everything. So that's that's his method, and it seems to be working with him. And the only thing he bought other than that extra seal, now his pike is called and it has anchoring. The only other thing he bought was he forced the group loot to buy a whole bunch of healing. So he bought 20 healing serums, Mark 1, of course, because
you're gonna stick with those Mark 1s until you're dead. It's amazing.
You know what? You're gonna have to
cost
pry
effectiveness.
You're gonna have to pry them from his cold dead fingers because honestly they're just way too expensive. They're 3 times more efficient. So I mean, and they're out of combat healing, of course. way out of combat healing. But I don't know. I was thinking of taking maybe something a little nicer, but probably just going to find it and use it. But that's it. That's always
I think
no new weapons, nothing.
Most secret is he just put on good armor, get the DR and the kinetic energy, DR7. He's just like, I'm just not going to take damage. That's it. I don't need healing.
That's right. And that is one of the I forgot to he also took Armor Savant. He has +1 to armor class when in armor, and oh no, he took Armor Advantage. He already had Armor Savant. It's +1 to kinetic when in armor. So not only does he have DR7, but his AC went up 1, which is sweet.
Very good.
It's huge, I'd say.
So all you guys sound locked and loaded, ready to go deep into the vast, into some unknown system where God only knows what will wait for you there. As you are hunting the super weapon, you are fairly behind the Cult of the Devourer and the Corpse Corps, as I will call them, since you guys.
Yeah. Have we used our new ship in combat though? I can't remember.
No, the new ship, your new Tier 6 Sunrise Maiden, has not been used in combat. Although, what's the chances of you taking a month-long voyage in the most nebulous part of the Drift and the Vast? What's the chances of you actually encountering something bad? Like,
Well,
1 in 6.
Well,
It's pretty low.
statistically, it's so vast that the
And it's
statistics ought to be
uncharted.
very low.
Are we using like an improbability drive? What are we talking here?
yeah, that's true. We couldn't afford that.
No, we definitely couldn't afford that.
Hey everybody, Steve here. So there we go. We're ready. We're ready to start Book 4. These guys have leveled up. They've bought their gear. They have the ship all ready to go. So next week is the beginning of a crazy adventure. It's actually pretty fascinating. Books 1 through 3 took us 69 episodes, 70 basically. So that means we'll probably finish at about episode 140, maybe episode 130. I think the next few books are going to go much quicker. They're a lot smoother in a way. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like the adventure just sort of goes very smoothly between events and between areas to explore. I think it's going to go really nice. And I will say book 4, because we've kind of already been playing it a bit, is great. It's some of the most fun I've had in this adventure path. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it quite a bit. And there's a lot of weird things that happen in book 4. And these guys do things even I wasn't expecting. Anyhow, with that, let's get into my GMPC tip. And that is, should you give out spoiler information to your PCs? And I did that this week. Basically, what I did is I warned them that they probably will not be coming back to Absalon Station ever again, and that they really should buy what they need. And I even told them they probably won't be coming back to Civilization ever again. Now, should you do that? And my opinion is definitely, because for characters, a big part of a character is their loot. A lot of characters are actually defined by their loot, especially in Pathfinder, somewhat in Starfinder, somewhat in D&D. You have your character itself, but the loot is a big part of your character. And if you don't have access to loot, that is a big hit on your character and how you actually want to level up your character. So I feel it's definitely necessary that if someone doesn't have access to what is a core component of a character, that they are told ahead of time. Now, one of the nice things about crafting in Starfinder is it's very easy to do. And almost anything that you normally would want to buy, I'm just going to let them craft. I mean, they have to make the rolls, but their engineering and their skills are so high they won't have any problems. They can go back to their ship and they can actually create what they need to create. In a way, the store is always with them. Because unlike Pathfinder and old D&D, crafting was a big part of the game because you can craft things for half price. And for Starfinder, you have to craft things at the exact same price you normally would buy it somewhere else. And I know a lot of people just don't even bother crafting because of that, because why even bother crafting if there's no advantage? If it's not half price, why even bother? Well, now I'm finding out why, because if you're in the middle of nowhere and you need that gun or that armor or fusion or what have you, you can actually just make it. And yeah, it's going to cost the same amount as it would have been in the store. And as long as you have a few skills and a little bit of time, you can then just make whatever you need. Pathfinder and in D&D, you had to take massive amounts of feats and skills and gold, and it was whole tables and information. It was a lot. Crafting was its own game within the game. Here, it's just like, what do you want? Okay, you kind of more or less make it. Done. And there's some advantages if you make your own gear. It's a little stronger. You can make it out of different materials. But for all intents and purposes, it's exactly the same. I'm kind of on a tangent here. My point being is, if there's going to be information that's coming into the future that isn't too spoilery, I always tell the PCs. It helps them plan their characters. It doesn't break the story. It doesn't break the immersion. And I know people that are so secretive as GMs that the PCs get pissed and then they quit. There's no reason for it, okay? Just telling the PCs, hey, you know what? You guys might want to plan ahead because the next few levels are going to be kind of rough. Okay, there you go. Did that break the whole campaign? Nope. So I strongly advise, if you're a GM, just level with your PCs. I made a pun. Get a level. Just level with your PCs and just tell them the way things are going to be so they can better plan their characters for the future. I promise you it won't break your game. So some quick show notes. Don't forget the PaizoCon contest, where you can go to PaizoCon for free. You get airfare for free, get a hotel for free, you get to go PaizoCon for free, and you go to the banquet, all for free. That will start next week. What do you need to do? You need to listen to the show. We're going to have some questions about things that happen in the show. We're also going to ask you to join us on the Discord. You have to do that. This year, I'm also going to ask if you follow us on Twitter. We're just at Roll for Combat. That's all you need to do on Twitter. Very simple. And might ask you to follow us on Facebook and a few other places. But the gist is, it's not very hard. All you have to do is listen to the show, follow us on a few places, and then there's going to be a form you fill out, and that's it. It's really not that big a deal. Last year, we sent 4 people to PaizoCon. We actually also sent all of our guys. We also sent some of the guys from No Direction. And we sent some guys from Order of the Amber Die. We sent a ton of people. There was so many people there from Roll for Combat, it was crazy. And we're probably going to do the same thing this year. Also, we're going to be going to Gen Con as well. Gen Con is so crazy, so we have kind of a smaller presence there. PaizoCon is really nice and intimate. It's going to be a lot of fun. And with Pathfinder 2 coming out at this year's PaizoCon, it's going to be awesome. Anyhow, do check out that next week. Also, don't forget, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube, just follow us everywhere. Check out the Patreon, check out Jason's Talking Combat column every week, every Thursday. He puts that thing out and you should be reading it. I gotta go because my office is getting redone and I literally only have a few minutes left to finish this and put it on the web. So with that, I will talk to you and see you guys next week. See ya.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, a Starfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com or drop us a line at contact@rollforcombat.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and other social media platforms. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember, when your GM smiles at you, it's already too late.